Hello everybody, welcome to my video on how to create a very quality Twitter thread. Now threads are used on Twitter. You know that a Twitter post, let me show you for example, a typical Twitter post has a typical Twitter post must contain at most 280 characters. Anything that is beyond that, you'll be able to make that post. So, how do you communicate value? How do you write very lengthy content on Twitter if you want to? That's where thread comes in. Now, let me show you something. Now, if you want to create a new post, you simply click on the plus sign. It shows you spaces, photos, GIF, and tweets. You now click on tweets, and in this space now you are supposed to make at most 280 characters, including your hashtags, the spaces, the full stop, and all your punctuations and all of that. And then look below. Now if I type 1 now, you will see a plus sign just above my keyboard. That plus sign would add another tweet. So I can keep on adding each tweet. So first tweet followed by the next tweet followed by the next tweet. So that long post that I want to write, I want to communicate something. Just like how you go to LinkedIn and you write a very long post because you want to communicate a particular information in details. But on Twitter contents are they're very precise. You have to be able to communicate what you're giving to in bits. But you can give out several bits, several quality bits by bits in one very long post. So the first thing first to do is writing an article that focuses only on the major strong points. So you pick out strong points and you arrange them into between let's just say between 200 characters and the maximum of 280 characters. You arrange them into points, like number 1 a point, number 2 a point, number 3 a point, where number 1 is like the introduction, followed by number 2, followed by number 3, followed by number 4, and all of that. So in a thread you are conveying a long content in tweet form, tweets that are following each other. And if you're going to make that post on Twitter, after you posted the main one, which is introduction, you now use the plus sign and keep on adding, add more tweets. You see it, add. So it's very nice to make that content on a document. You arrange it to a document and make sure that each character falls within 280 characters, and you make sure you put it there and arrange it there one after the other, and then you now come to Twitter and place them one after the other using this plus sign that I just showed you. So basically you use threads to convey a very long content, since one tweet can only convey your content within 280 characters. Does that make sense? I believe that makes a lot of sense to you. Now let me show you an example. Here's an example. There's this guy that I follow online at this shirt. Now this is his handle, and he delivers valuable content. Now this what I'm saying it is this: if you're on Twitter or any social media platform, you should be known for something. You should be known for a particular something. Because if you're known for a particular thing, people can always come to your handle to get that value. So don't just be everywhere. Don't just be talking rubbish today and talking value tomorrow. It's not going to blend. People won't know exactly what you stand for. So now this guy, now if you go to his handle, you obviously know what he's doing. Like now, for example, now let me show you one of the threads. One of his very quality threads said 12 lies you were told growing up. This is an introductory tweet. This was the first tweet. So he now used a plus sign. Apparently he must have written this out somewhere in a document and arranged them that they will suit tweets. Like they will enter into a tweet that is what within 280 characters. So 12 lies we are told growing up is a title, is an introduction, followed by lie. You must work hard to find success in life. He now broke it down. Now remember the rule that says that your content must always be reader friendly. If you're online, don't just go and jam pack it because they said you can put in content, you can put in a 280 characters, you don't put everything together. Look at his content now. As you're looking at it, it's easy to read to the eyes, like it's easy to look on them, and it's easy to just assimilate them fast. So because of that, he used line spacing and bullet points. Your content must always be reader friendly online. People might have patience with hard copy materials. When it comes to online content, people don't have that patience, and part of content marketing is arranging your content to be reader friendly. So now this is it. Now see, this is introduction. You now have like 1, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, and then he stopped here. The rest are now people's comments. People now started commenting under his own thread, of which each of the threads can be liked and retweeted. Each of the tweets under the thread can be liked and retweeted. You know how they call what they say? Have you ever seen a thread that used to sew clothes? How it joins when you're sewing a cloth, you just it moves from one to the other to sew the cloth. That's how it is. From one tweet to the other. So the first tweet must lead to the second tweet, must lead to the third tweet, must lead to the fourth tweet for the whole thread to make sense. So the first thing to do is when you're told to write a thread, see it like you're writing an article in your head, but an article that is not bulky but simplified with focus on the most important points. And each tweet in the thread must fall within 280 characters. That's why I'm using this particular thread as an example. So this is a thread with so many tweets that follow each other, explaining 12 lies you were told growing up. Now let me show you another of his thread. Let me find another thread and show you. Now look at this one now. Things I know at 28, I wish I understood when I was 18. This obviously looks like a thread. Now see. Are you seeing it now? This is the topic. This is the introductory tweet, followed by subsequent tweets that are explaining this. So when you're writing this, if you can outline it for yourself in a document, introduction, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each one not going beyond 280 characters. And then you now use them and post them. But those for you people that are in my class, that are handling this task, just put it in a document or send it to my DM. You don't have to post it on your Twitter handle. I'm using these Twitter handles to show you how it can be done, how it is done on Twitter. So this is exactly what a Twitter thread is. So if you have more questions, just ask a question, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button to this video. Thank you. So how do you write a quality crypto Twitter thread? Remember what I said earlier, that you need to see writing a thread like writing an article. But this time around, you're just focused on delivering the specifics about what you want to write about. Let me take this one for example. This handle now, Odin Free, he's someone that writes a lot about layer 2s. Now let's see what he wrote. He created a Twitter thread on why gamers hate NFT games and what Starknet is doing to change this. Starknet is a layer 2, so if you're in crypto and all of that, you know that Starknet is one of the layer 2 solutions that we have, and they've been evolving and developing and being super innovative about bringing lots of solving a trilemma that exists on Ethereum layer 1. So that being said, now this is, he picked out something. He picked out why gamers hate hate NFT games and what Stacknet is doing to change this. Now, he picks Stacknet. Stacknet is a layer 2. Is a crypto project, okay, by Stackware company. And they are doing something about, one of the things they are doing is to solve the whole challenge that gamers have with NFT games. Remember, NFT games are supposed to play gamers to earn while they play games. So look at the thread now. First of all, this is introduction. This introduction looks more like a caption. So bear that in mind. Your first introductory tweet must be captivating, must be interesting. It must make me wonder, like, okay, let me enter into the next tweet and read down. So in the current gaming industry, big publishers own digital content and all of that. So this is it. So you're not writing it, like I said, it's like an article. You're writing an article, but this time around, they are in Twitter size. Each point is in Twitter size, following after each other. So he now explained it and explained it and explained it and explained it and explained it. So he kept on writing tweet after tweet, tweet after tweet, explaining this, of which the information he got are from resources he obviously researched about. This information he wrote down here now are from research he already did on Stacknet. So same thing for you. When you want to create your own quality tweet and you want to write about a specific crypto project, you pick a crypto project. Find out what the crypto project is doing. You can pick a particular use case and explain why that use case is different and what difference is that project bringing that wasn't existing before. So when you're writing a quality crypto thread, what you're trying to do is that you're trying to show people that this particular project has good utility. And why? Because the question here is why? Why should I get into this project? You're answering the question why. So you're writing about the project. Of course, this is beyond writing use cases. You can use thread to, let's just say, for example, now to criticize, to write out challenges, to point out fault, to point out risk and all of that. The point is, a quality crypto thread is informative. It's either informative or educative, and sometimes entertaining. So you are either informing people about something on a project, or you're educating them about something about the project that will bring value to the crypto community, or you're entertaining them, like by creating something like interesting around maybe a latest update that is really, really interesting that people need to get involved in. So I hope this makes a lot of sense. So you're writing an article, but this time around you're breaking down that article into Twitter sizes that will follow each other to inform, educate, or entertain about a crypto project. And the point of all of this is to bring engagement and to create very solid social following online. So if this was clear, if this wasn't clear, you can also drop your questions and I'll clarify for you in the comment section. So don't forget yet still to turn on the notification button for our next video.